welcome to That's Based. Happy Saturday. I'm your host, as always, Caleb Salvatore, reporting from somewhere underground. We're laughing our way through the end of days. We're brought to you by outlaw streamers and our friends over at Blood of Tyrants Wines. If you head over to drinkbloodofTyrants.com, promo code BASED, B-A-S-E-D, like the title of the show, you're going to save yourself 10% off the order at the checkout. Again, drinkbloodofTyrants.com, promo code BASED, B-A-S-E-D, like the title of the show. Going to save yourself 10% off the order at the checkout. They got two types of wine. They got a red wine, they got a white wine, and they also have the energy drink, as you see pictured on your screen. Energy drink comes with 0 calories, 0 sugar, 0 carbs, 0 fucks given. Gives you the kick you need to make it through your day without all the downsides of your normal Monsters, Red Bulls products. I don't even know the name. What are the energy drinks now? What do you know? Well, you can't even have caffeine. I'm asking literally the worst person in the world.
I know there's Alani New.
I don't even know what the hell that is. Alani New?
Alani New.
That sounds
it's like a
some
girly
gay shit.
energy drink.
What's that?
It's like a girly energy
It
drink.
sounds like one. Yeah. I'd say, listen, if you're a man who drinks Alani New, quit listening to my fucking show. That's all I got to say. Okay. No, I'm kidding. I want your clicks and your money. But stop. The reason I want you to stop drinking Alani New is because I want you to start drinking Liquid Freedom, and I want you to go to drinkbloodofTyrants.com and use the promo code BASED, B-A-S-E-D, like the title of the show, to save yourself 10% off your order at the checkout, bitches. Okay. Stockholm Mia, the red face of white supremacy, as you just heard, is here with us as always. How are you doing on this fine Saturday morning?
Good.
Good. She's good. She tried to kill me with carbon monoxide. Tried to kill me with carbon monoxide Wednesday morning. It's okay. I am still here. She claims it was an accident. I don't know. But you know what? You did do a good thing, because I just realized we still have a home warranty, and I never would have known that furnace in the garage we're not using had a gas leak, a minor gas leak to it. So now I can get that fixed for like $75 instead of $500. So you did a good thing. I never would have had MUD come out here, and I never would have found that out, and I never would have saved us hundreds of dollars on something. So see, it's not all bad. It's not all bad. We're still here. We're still kicking. I'm still very much alive. Please. It's going to take a little bit more than a little pussy-ass carbon monoxide to kill me, okay? Like, I'm pretty sure I breathe carbon monoxide. Like, that's the air that I breathe 24/7. I ain't worried about it. It's going to take a whole lot more than that to fuck me up. It's all good. All right? We got no issues here. We got, what we do have, though, is we have a video. Before we start, we got a lot to talk about this week, as always. But remember, Wednesday shows are back too, so we'll have some fun there on Wednesday for the midweek check-in. But we do have some fun. We got some things to talk about this week. First, before we get into any of it, check out this video. You have a senior ATF official retiring, and he gets an interesting retire. Most people get a Rolex, whatever, after they've served at a company or whatever the case may be for a long time. That's not what he got. Go ahead and check out what this piece of shit. No, that used to be a thing. You'd get a company Rolex or a company watch at least. Look what this piece of shit got.
For those of you who don't know, you've heard several times today already that we did several regulations while the director's been here, and I came at the tail end of one of those. But I know you were very involved in those, and we appreciate the support for that. And on behalf of everyone, so this does not need to be traced.
Okay.
Nor registered.
That's great.
Thank you for everything.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, that's enough. So what she just gave him in that video is an 80% lower. She made a reference about several regulations that took place during his time in the Bureau. One of those was a ban on 80% lowers, which, don't quote me on this, I believe comes with a 10-year prison sentence along with a $250,000 fine per offense. That was in Washington, D.C., where 80% lowers are already... An 80% lower is just an incomplete part of an AR-15, to put it into layman's terms for those of you. I mean, there were hundreds, if not thousands, of lives absolutely ruined for the victimless crime of possessing one of those 80% lowers, and they're throwing it around like a gag. By the way, violating their own agency's federal laws. So I want all of you listening to this show to go to the ATF's website and file a report on them for illegal possession of an 80% lower. You can go to atf.gov. Let me get the guy's name for you real quick. I should know it. Let's see here. So if you go to atf.gov, you can file a report, or you can just call your local office and you can file a report there. His name is Steve Dettelbeck. And you should say that you have video evidence if needed. It's on the Gun Owners of America Twitter page, at Gun Owners on X. Let them know that you've got proof that Steve Dettelbeck is in violation of the 80% lower law. Now, of course, I'm just kidding. You shouldn't do that. You should never report the jackbooted thugs for the very unconstitutional laws that they dare to enforce on us. Ever. Okay. Let's talk about what we got to talk about this week. We're going to talk about the inauguration coming up January 20th, a potential ceasefire in Gaza. Well, not potential. They're saying it's happening. LA wildfire updates, a TikTok ban. You follow this closer than I do. Is the TikTok ban coming?
I don't think so.
They're saying January 19th. You've got the Trump cabinet hearings. They banned a couple of the things that are going in the food and water. You've got an update on the UK grooming situation. Mel Gibson goes viral. Mark Zuckerberg lacks a spine. The first ever transgender Congress, quote unquote, woman is in the news again. We've got some interesting parenting decisions. And we've got an update from our favorite senator on the show. That's right. Pennsylvania Senator Jonathan Fetterman. We got an update on Fetterman. We may have to retire the sound effect because I'm starting to like this guy. I don't like
a big, stupid, ugly ogre.
I don't know how we don't like John Fetterman at this point. I don't know how anyone can dislike the guy. He seems to be taking on the Joe Manchin role of the only reasonable Democrat, the only adult in the room. But nonetheless, before we do any of that, let's get into the current state of the left.
Excuse me, it's ma'am.
All right, this week on Current State of the Left, we've got a TikTok user, which this may be one of her final videos. This may be her legacy here. A TikTok user decided to upload this video thinking she was owning the right with it. Now, go ahead and check this out and tell me if you notice anything that's maybe a little wrong here. I don't know.
So, MAGA, did your gas prices go down? Did your food prices go down? Did your stupidity win? Ding, 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 ding.
How many cats? How many cats? That's the question. Cat to child ratio, Mia. What do you think it is? What to 0?
I'm going to go 8.
8 to none. Yeah. That's, So she's attempting to dunk on Trump voters, saying, did your gas prices, was it worth it? Did your gas prices go down? Did your grocery prices go... Am I missing something? Did time travel become a thing recently? Because the last time I checked, Donald Trump doesn't actually get sworn in till the 20th. So what's the point here? What's the point she's trying? This is the second person that's evidently expects me to be capable of time travel here in the last couple weeks. The first one will remain unnamed off air because we may be suing them. But no, so I mean, like, what the hell? Well, actually, to answer her question, I don't know about you guys. I can't speak to where anybody else is from, but gas prices in where I live dropped about 20 cents a gallon and stayed there because oil's based on speculative future. It dropped right after the election. So oil's based on future. Or they dropped 30 and they're still down 20 from where they started after the election. Because oil's based on futures, not the current state of things. And when they see a president who's going to be more pro-drilling, more pro-domestic energy production, naturally they're going to go down. So yes, I think our gas prices are going to continue to dip. I mean, there'll be peaks and valleys, obviously. Holidays, things change a little bit, but foreign affairs will throw a wrench in things. But over the next 4 years, I think that ultimately, yes, gas where I live was pushing $3 on the election day. And I think it will, yes, be objectively lower than that 4 years from now. Let's check back on this if I'm wrong. Let's flip the asparagus and see if it's true. Okay? That's if you don't listen to WTF Wednesdays, you don't get the joke because you're a loser. So we don't care. All right, let's get into our lead topic this week. We have got Donald Trump is getting sworn in Washington, D.C., and there's all kinds of tomfoolery that could potentially be inbound. We have got, okay. The list of folks, so the Village People are going to perform. They're going to perform his iconic YMCA song that Donald Trump has hijacked. But there's Kid Rock's going to perform, Lee Greenwood, all the normal ones. But the one that struck the most controversy has been Carrie Underwood. Why are people surprised that a country singer is going to sing at a Republican inauguration? Who did you tell me sang at Bush's? Hillary Duff?
Hillary Duff, yeah.
That's an odd pair. In his first inauguration or the second one?
Second one.
The second one. So she would have been... I can't imagine Hillary Duff was big into getting Saddam. I could be wrong, though. I don't know. Carrie Underwood has caught so much flack, and the left... Again, this is proof, and they're going to find out real quick over the next couple of years here that this crap doesn't work anymore. These public shaming campaigns don't work the way they used to because people are either just going to ignore you or double down on it. So Carrie Underwood posted a picture on January 8th of garlic that she picked out of her garden, right? And here are the comments. Spoiler alert, nothing to do with garlic. Don't forget to carve a swastika into his leather seats, girl. Nothing says good Christian girl like performing at a rapist's inauguration. She's not performing at Biden's inauguration. Something smells, but it ain't the garlic, girl. If George Michael was alive, he would remove you as a follower. Okay. As a longtime fan that's been to all of your concerts, including Vegas, I'm heartbroken. Why is Vegas included in this? What is included? What's so special about Vegas? I'm heartbroken at your decision to perform next week. I thought you stood for love and acceptance, not hate and judgment. Maybe you and Melania can do a duet of Before He Cheats. Would you have performed for Hitler too? Shame on you, Carrie Underwood. Carrie is MAGA. Throw up emoji. Can't say I'm surprised the Dixie Chicks would never. What's hilarious is the left. If the Dixie Chicks came out in opposition to Ukraine the way they came out against the Iraq war back in the 2000s, the left would hate them. Few, you are disappointing. Incredibly disappointed in you, and I've been a fan since day one. My mom happily voted for you to win American Idol. She now regrets that decision. That's the best one. That's the best one. Mom regrets the American Idol vote. I never should have cast that. As if it had any type of effect or consequence on anything going on today. Supporting a candidate who has essayed women. What a class act, Carrie. I mean, it goes on and on and on. So Carrie Underwood has ignored these, which is good. Because here's what would have happened 4 to 8 years ago. Is somebody like Carrie Underwood would have agreed, probably a little hesitantly, to take on the inauguration, to play on it. She's singing America the Beautiful. To play the inauguration. And people would have freaked out like that. And she would have immediately issued either an all-out retraction where she withdraws herself from the performance altogether, or she would have wrote this long, detailed explanation on Instagram about how it was for her country and it's an honor to perform in front of the White House no matter who's president and blah, 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 blah. But she's not doing either of those things. She's just ignoring these losers. Because as it turns out, that's the most effective way to deal with these crybaby bitches. Now, there's that way to deal with them. There's also another way. I just had this conversation with somebody, even on a most micro level. If you want to, there's two ways to deal with crybabies. You ignore them or you double down. There's another celebrity who I think should be playing at the inauguration. Lead singer of Falling in Reverse. His name's Ronnie Radke. Ronnie Radke has a different way of dealing with some of the more aggressive liberals who come into his comments on Instagram and TikTok and Twitter and you name it. And he has gone absolutely wild over the last week, and I wanted to play a couple of those videos for you guys. Go ahead, play the first one.
Guys, we got another one. And good morning, by the way. Anyways, did you get your cheeks clapped in prison? Is what this person said. Oh, look, a non-consensual sex rape joke, but it's okay since they're trans. Guys, watch out. Don't mess with the trans community. Let them say whatever they want. Nah, we're not doing that. Look at this ugly fucking piece of shit. You're not a fucking trans. You're a fucking man dressed up as a woman. Not even a woman. You look like a fucking child molester, you ugly piece of shit. Okay, Luigi Mangione dressed up as a woman. You know this motherfucker's in fucking some minor's DMs right now. Fucking watch out. Hide your kids. Because this motherfucker's coming to town. Oh, let's make jokes about rape. And if you say anything about the trans community, you're going to get canceled. Okay, cool, man. You fucking dick-tucking ugly pieces of shit. Go fuck yourself. Look, it's fucking Gene Simmons' fucking kid trying to dress up as a woman. Hey, you know the difference between you and Daisy? Because you're a she, her, and so is Daisy. Daisy's actually a she, her, and you're just a dude cosplaying a woman, tucking your dick. You disgusting, ugly piece of shit. I fucking hate you.
And then he did this.
What's up, guys? I know you are, which is crazy considering he's a wife beater and an accomplice to murder, but whatever. You know what I'm sick of? I'm sick of these little fucking pieces of shit. Oh, I'm a minor. I'm a teenager. He's attacking me when they literally tell me to blow my brains out and say shit like that. And when they look like this, I don't give a fuck if you're 7 years old. I'm gonna fucking destroy you. Yeah, your parents must be real proud of you, dude. Nice fucking gigantic nose, you ugly piece of shit. Clearly you fucking hate yourself, and that's the reason why you're trying to change what you look like, you fucking loser. I'm so sick of this shit. Oh, man, Ronnie's rich and famous and blah, blah, blah. He shouldn't be doing this. No, I have all the time in the fucking world, dude. And you know what? Don't get it fooled. All these rich and famous celebrity people like this, they're all the same fucking people. They think they're above you. I don't think I'm above anybody. You guys can all get the fucking smoke, you ugly fat piece of shit. You look like fucking doo-doo. Your parents aren't fucking proud of you. You should be fucking ashamed of yourself. You go online, you tell people to fucking blow their brains out, you fucking wish death upon everybody, you talk so much fucking shit, you're ugly as hell, your nose is huge, you're not a girl, you're a man, you're gonna grow up with a fucking dick and balls, and fucking, I hate to break it to you, when you have to get a real job, the cold hard world is gonna teach you a valuable lesson that fucking everybody in the world, it's not gonna be nice to you. So fucking, why don't you start by getting out of my comments section and stop fucking talking shit. That screaming in the back is the other fucking people I have tied up that talk shit, by the way. And also, most of this shit that I'm doing is lighthearted. I know some of you autistic, retarded fucking idiots don't understand and can't read social cues and don't realize that most of this shit's satire and you shouldn't take everything I say so fucking serious. Except for this. You're fucking hideous. I wish they had bangs to hide your gigantic nose, you fucking disgusting twerp. This is what happens when you tell me to kill myself, blow my brains out, and call me a wife-beating murderer, which is none of it's true. So I don't care how old you are, I don't care who you are, or where you come from, you can get the smoke. And I promise you, people will one day appreciate my honesty. You ugly, big-nosed fucking piece of shit male. Human male. Have a nice day.
Which way do you think's more effective of dealing with negative comments, Mia? What way do you think is more effective?
I think that's pretty effective.
You think that works? See, I used to do that. I used to do that once upon a time. I don't have the energy for it anymore. Bravo to him. I can't do it. Props to those who do, because believe me, the people on the receiving end absolutely deserve every second of it. And if you want to come after me for that, go fuck yourselves. I don't care. I just felt I would share that. Those are the only two, by the way. What Carrie Underwood and what Ronnie Radke are doing are the only two acceptable ways going forward from here on out, 2025 forward, to deal with nasty liberal commenters. You either completely ignore them or you verbally abuse them to the point they may or may not have a mental breakdown because of it. Okay, so there's a lot going on. We got the inauguration. Mia, are you ready for Trump? 4 more years of Big T starting on January 20th. Are you excited?
Yeah, I'm excited for the party that we're going to have next Monday.
Yes. Are we going to have a party Monday?
We're throwing a party.
Are we? I didn't know that. Sweet.
Big old party.
Big old inauguration party. Oh, and it's Martin Luther King Day as well. So that'll piss some people off. So here's the thing. So there's a lot of changes coming with Trump taking over, right? A lot of changes. Here's one of them. With RFK Jr. taking over the health department, they've updated the food pyramid. Remember the food pyramid, that giant scam that told you to eat like 9 servings of grains every day and they wonder why people are so fat? Well, turns out that was wrong. And we're going to provide you with the updated food pyramid right here. Go ahead and check this out. So on the bottom, the single most important food, we have got creatine. Right above that, we've got red meat and whey protein. Right above that, we have white meat and fish. The fish is only for during Lent or if no meat is available. No other meat is available. And then right on the top of that, whatever the fuck my wife bakes for me. So if it's bread, cookies, muffins, whatever the case, we're going to eat that. That's going to be the top. All of these are absolutely essential in our growth as humans. Study this food pyramid, boys. I promise you, you will be healthier because of it. Does that seem accurate to you? Do you like the new food pyramid?
Just add in some McDonald's in there and I'm sold.
The McDonald's? Well, you might be able to. So here's the thing what people don't realize. Now, I'm not going to say eat it all the time. There's a lot of fat and salt in it. But if you break down the macros of a McDonald's cheeseburger, it's like 400 calories and 35 grams of protein, I believe. It's actually not that bad for you. Where they get you is the fries and the Coke and the sauces and all the other stuff. But if you just eat a McDonald's cheeseburger every now and then, it's really not that big of a deal. Everybody hates on McDonald's, but a cheeseburger on its own, you don't throw a bunch of Big Mac sauce on it and stuff like that, really not that bad for you. In fact, there's a good argument that a lot of nutritionists make that this vegan Beyond Meat garbage that they're shoving on everybody actually isn't as good for you as a McDonald's double cheeseburger. And there's a lot of people that think it might not even be close. The burger takes all the bad rap, but it's the extra shit that's killing you. It's the fries and the shakes and the Coke. Now I want a McDonald's shake and fries, though. Like, now I'm making myself hungry. I don't like McDonald's burgers. I'm not a fan. But the fries and the Coke, those are not the Coke's got that horrible syrup in it that kills you. It gives you cancer.
Don't tell your grandma that.
Oh, no, that's the Diet Coke. That's the aspartame. She's well aware of that. But no, that's the Coke's got the syrup in it. It's the French fries that are cooked in the horrible oils. No, I like the shakes. The shakes are good. They're better than anywhere else's, in my opinion. But, it's Trump, McDonald's. We can talk about these things, right? It all kind of loops into one another. But so there is obviously a little bit of a security concern with this upcoming inauguration. Obviously, a little bit of a concern. You've got Donald Trump, who is the most polarizing figure in American politics in the last 100 years at least. He has now survived not one, but 2 assassination attempts that we know of. There were probably more. We had that incident on the border where you had an individual who was armed and at large and looking for Trump. Never heard anything more about that. You have got a guy who is pissed off a lot of the deep state. You've got a guy who multiple foreign governments have put a bounty on his head, who's going to be outdoors in Washington, D.C. on the 20th. So there's a lot of concern surrounding this inauguration. So naturally, Trump said we better play it safe, go do the swearing in, and just go home, right? Wrong. He decided to do the biggest inauguration party ever with more outdoor events than any president-elect in American history. Have you heard anything more Trumpish than that? I mean, the man stares death in the face multiple times and just laughs at it. Like, this guy has cheated the Grim Reaper twice that we know of now, and just continues to do the touchdown dance in his face to taunt him like this. You have to, love him or hate him, you have to admire the balls on this guy. So here's my concerns with this. I'm not worried about Iran. I'm not worried about some crazed liberal with a gun. My concern here, and I know, and we've said on this show that I think Trump shouldn't trust anyone in the Secret Service. I think he should go private at this point and hire Eric Prince and ex-Blackwater guys, people he can actually trust, because the Secret Service, unfortunately, while there are a lot of good individual members of it, at its core, it's rotted, just like all the other bureaucracies. I think that Donald Trump, the biggest problem coming here is that his Secret Service that he trusts, he said he trusts his agents, his Secret Service is not the Secret Service that's going to be ensuring security for the inauguration. Until he's sworn in, power has not officially changed hands, and it will still be Joe Biden's Secret Service. That's where my concern lies. You may trust the guys and have grown real close with the guys who have been assigned to you, and you may really like those guys. But that's not going to be who's ensuring the protection on January 20th for the inauguration. You've also got the fact that these guys have been laying the foundation for some type of black swan event on the inauguration day for a long time now. You've got everything going on with the drones. You've got multiple shady assassination attempts that they won't give us any further details on. They just let it go. You know what's crazy is we know Lee Harvey Oswald's blood type and his mother's cousin's ex-girlfriend from 7th grade. But in the age of social media, we have no idea about anything about any of the people that tried to shoot Trump. I just think that's a little odd. You've got, I told you they were laying the foundation a long time ago to set up Iran and use that as a psyop, because then they could kill two birds with one stone, go to war with Iran, get their competition out of the way. You've also got this comment that was made this week from a Biden national security advisor. Now, the comment on its own wouldn't draw much of a red flag from me, but it's the way he says it and the context he adds to it. Go ahead and look at this quote here and tell me this isn't creepy.
That's why my
next other one
tonight.
Yeah.
I just will say one last word, which is I hope this is my last time at this podium, at least for a little while. I don't mean that in a negative sense. I mean, the only thing that would bring me back is an unexpected event in the next few days, which, as you all know, is totally possible given everything you've seen over the course of the past years. But if it is, in fact, my last time before you, I just want to say thank you for what you guys do every day. Thank you for putting up with me.
So the comment on its own, barring an unexpected event, this won't be my... That doesn't bother me. If he just would have left it at that, I wouldn't even be reporting on this. But it's the fact... Did that bother you too, the way he said that? Which, as we know, given the events of the last couple years, is totally possible and could definitely happen. Like he's throwing it in your face. Hey, by the way, this might probably is something that's going to happen on Monday. Between now and Monday. So just stay tuned, right? That bothers me a little bit. That makes me feel like something's up. But here's the problem. If Trump gets whacked, then we get President J.D. Vance, who's going to be even worse for the liberals than Donald Trump. The only way I could see them playing this, honestly, is making it seem like some type of terrorist group or foreign government carried it out. I can't see them calling it a crazed liberal lunatic. I can't see anything like that. I could see them framing some type of foreign government, terrorist group, whatever the case may be, and using that as an excuse that we're now under attack. We can't change power. We have to hold on to it. I've told you desperate people do desperate things. They've tried everything up until now that I told you they were going to try. They floated the alien thing out. It didn't work. They tried to start World War III. They tried multiple times to assassinate him. None of those things worked. This, between now and Monday, this is the establishment's last stand, at least for the next 4 years. They're not going anywhere, guys. They'll be back. They'll be back. This is what we have to pay attention to. You've also got, again, when we talk about lying the foundations, you've got this girl named Sarah Adams who went on the Sean Ryan podcast. We talked. He was the one that had the former intelligence officer came on with the Vegas car bomber supposed emails. I don't know. Sarah Adams is a former CIA spook who's a former intelligence officer, and she said that thousands of terrorists have snuck across the border, and they've planned multiple attacks in both the United States and Europe for a certain date, and they're going to target schools, shopping malls, churches, just bait farmers markets, zoos, places where a lot of families go. At first, when I heard that, I thought, oh my God, because it's believable. We've got a wide open border that if you were our enemy, why wouldn't you exploit it? Now, I'm not going to no longer remain vigilant about it, but given the fact that the guy who went on the Sean Ryan show recently about the Vegas car bomber was basically all but proven to be a psyop, it seems to me that Sean Ryan, I don't think he knows it. I don't think he's in on it. I think he's being fed good and bad information, and he doesn't know what's what, and he's just taking the interviews whenever they want to stir up a panic. They've done this to the mainstream media outlets. We would be foolish to think that the military-industrial complex and the deep state wouldn't adapt and start targeting alternative media like podcasts to feed these types of fear-mongering stories to. So I don't think he's in on it. But I started thinking, when I got nervous about this Sarah Adams report, I started thinking, hold on a second. She's ex-CIA. I mean, are you really ever ex-CIA? It's like saying you're ex-Italian mob, right? She's ex-CIA. When have I ever believed anything that's come out of a CIA intelligence operator's or intelligence officer's mouth? Never. Never. They're trying to do one of two things: rile people up as an excuse to make more money and spend more on defense, because supposedly there's thousands of terror sleeper cells in the United States, and we don't know when they're all going to go off. So we need to throw more money at it. We need to give up more of our freedom so we can stay vigilant and stop this imaginary threat. Or number two, they've got her on there to lie the foundation for some type of inside job, false flag, black swan event that could potentially occur at the inauguration. That's the only way they hold on to power. They don't hold on to power if a radical liberal shoots Trump. They do if a foreign government does, because they can declare a state of emergency and they can say, we got to go to World War III right now. We are under attack. We'll do this whole J.D. Vance swearing in thing another time. Sorry. And that'll give them a chance to pivot. That's the only way I can see this going. Now, Biden had an interesting final warning, and I thought this was odd coming from him. Go ahead and check this out.
That's why my farewell address tonight, I want to warn the country of some things that give me great concern. And this is a dangerous concentration, and that's a dangerous concentration of power in the hands of a very few ultra-wealthy people. And the dangerous consequences if their abuse of power is left unchecked. Today, An oligarchy is taking shape in America of extreme wealth, power, and influence that literally threatens our entire democracy, our basic rights and freedoms, and a fair shot for everyone to get ahead. We see the consequences all across America, and we've seen it before, more than a century ago. But the American people stood up to the robber barons back then and busted the trusts. They didn't punish the wealthy. They just made the wealthy play by the rules everybody else had to.
Now, coming from Biden, this is interesting. This reminds me a lot, and go look this up after the show, of Dwight D. Eisenhower's farewell speech. Dwight D. Eisenhower was a general and a two-term beloved president, and on his way out in the 50s, Dwight D. Eisenhower said, and I'm going to paraphrase here, there is a growing invisible power that controls the ins and outs and day-to-day functions of this country, specifically its foreign policies, but a lot of the politicians, and it's called the military-industrial complex. Now, he didn't name anybody specifically in this speech, but he warned Americans not to let this military-industrial complex seize power. Biden's doing something very similar there. It's eerily similar. He doesn't name anybody. Mind you, this is a guy who got railroaded out of office, dropped out of the presidential race through a tweet. The signature didn't even match his. It wasn't on White House letterhead. He goes on TV ranting about the elites and how they're forcing him out of office and all these powerful people. He's not talking about Republicans and conservatives and Donald Trump there. He's talking about the people who pull the strings. This is a guy who has nothing left to lose. His son has been pardoned. He's done his time as president. He's not going to get another term. We all know that. He's got that probably at the end of his life. He has nothing left to lose. Don't be surprised if Uncle Joe has a health scare in the next 6 months to keep him quiet. Don't be surprised about that. If we're lowering the flags to half-mast once again within the next year. I hope that's not the case, but I could see them doing that to keep this guy, because he's got dementia, clearly. He's a man with nothing to lose, an unstable mental state, who has clearly been scarred, not to mention a vindictive wife who I'm sure wants revenge on the people that took away what she saw as her chance at the spotlight and her chance at power. Don't be surprised if they move to shut him up. Because, like I said, he's pointing out the elephant in the room right now, which is the fact that the establishment politicians who have been in this country, who've been in power in this country for a long time, and the government as a whole, ain't run by the people you think it is. What an unlikely hero in the 11th hour. What an unlikely hero. Now before we finish this inauguration talk, let's look at the comparison. We officially got Trump's presidential photo. We've got from his first term in 2016 and his second one. Go ahead and check out this comparison here. Look at that. On the left, he's smiling. On the right, he's just ready for war. That's going to be his picture going into 2024. That'll be hung up in the White House. Just war mode Trump. What do you think? Which one do you like better?
I kind of like the first one better, honestly. He just looks more happy and cheery.
Oh, he's not coming to play patty cake these next 4 years, my love. It's gonna be a fun time. It's gonna be a fun time. It's gonna be a fun time at Store Brand TMZ, which is coming up next as well. We'll see you guys in 2 seconds. All right, before we get into the next segment, big shout out to our sponsors over at Firecracker Farm and their brilliant product, hot salt. I just put it on some French fries. We made it home today. Firecracker.farm, not .com, .org, or .net, firecracker.farm. If you use the promo code BASED, B-A-S-E-D, like the title of the show, you're going to save 10% off your order at the checkout. you can get this awesome product they have called Hot Salt. Hot Salt is a combination of Carolina Reaper, Ghost, Scorpion Pepper, and Mediterranean sea salt. It goes great on everything. Elevate your food and beverages with their small batch spicy salt, handcrafted with love on a family farm with a secret blend of the aforementioned spices. Dude, you can put this on pasta. You can put it on meats. You can put it on eggs, on margaritas, whatever you want. Put it on your Blood of Tyrants wine. Ooh, what a good combo there. And we'll save you 10% on both of those products with the promo code BASED, BASED, like the title of the show, at the checkout. Okay, let's hop into Store Brand TMZ real quick.
Justin Bieber!
All right, this week in Store Brand TMZ, we have got... Okay, let me ask you a question. You know way more about pop music than I do. Have you heard of the singer named Robbie Williams?
No.
He's a British pop star. And they made a movie about him. A biopic, right? Is that how it's pronounced? Is it biopic or biopic?
Biopic.
Is it biopic? I always thought it was biopic. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Biopic sounds more accurate. I just always thought it was biopic. Well, they made a biopic about Robbie Williams, a movie about his life, and they can't figure out why it flopped at the movies. Could it be because someone who knows way more about pop music than I do has never heard of him before? Or could it be because this is the trailer for it? Go ahead.
I'm Robbie Williams. This is my story, but I'm not going to tell it in an ordinary way because I don't see myself how others see me.
For the next 2 hours, your ass is mine!
To be honest, I've always been a little less evolved. I don't want to ride, so let's take it from the top, shall we? I sit and wait. My dad was well enamored by the stars of the day.
You can't learn it. You're either born with it or you're a nobody.
Don't want to be a nobody.
Contemplate my fate.
You're enough.
The places where we go when we're gray and old.
You got in? You're in that band?
I'll give you fucking baby! Shut up, you tits!
Oh, fuck off, Glenn!
Mother!
Look around the table. In 5 years, we're all going to hate each other. But we'll be rich.
Do I look like a pop star to you?
I wouldn't change your hair on your head.
And through it all, see, I just need protection.
I want to prove that I can make it on my own.
Proof to who?
Everyone.
And down the waterfall, wherever it may take me.
Songs are only valuable if they cost you something.
If you're gonna laugh, do it on the inside, yeah?
And know that life won't break me.
I don't give a fuck what they think!
You give a fuck what everyone thinks.
Remember, I believe.
Did you notice anything odd about the trailer? Mia, did you notice anything odd about the trailer?
No.
Nothing at all.
No.
So as it turns out, taking a pop star that most people in the largest markets in the world have never heard of, making a movie out of him or out of his life, and then for seemingly absolutely no reason whatsoever, replacing him with a CGI monkey in the movie is not a winning strategy for a major motion picture. I'm glad we've tried that now. We know the formula does not work. I'm really happy that we gave it a try.
I do have some input on this.
What's that?
So I have not heard of him. He could be very, very popular in the UK, or could have been.
But this was marketed to America.
This was marketed to America?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, this was marketed to America. They're trying to do the same thing. They're trying to make it. It was the director of The Greatest Showman. Yeah, this is marketed to the United States.
I was thinking it was because you know how there's artists that
Yeah.
are like very popular
Yeah.
in countries, like certain countries.
Yeah, I mean,
Like,
it's
you know
gonna.
how like the Beatles blew up like in the UK before
Yeah.
they were ever popular in America.
Yeah,
I thought it was just that.
no.
I thought it was marketed
No.
for the monkey thing.
I love to hear this. Here we go.
The monkey.
Why is a CGI monkey a good move?
Well, no, I'm not saying it's a good move,
Oh.
but I don't know. Maybe they like I'm thinking like artistically, maybe he had like self-esteem issues and he like never thought of himself as conventionally attractive. What does he look like?
Robbie Williams. He just looks like a. I mean, here, let me pull him up. He doesn't look anything like spectacular. He doesn't look bad though. Yeah, look right here.
He looks like a normal
Yeah, he doesn't look. He looks.
guy.
Yeah.
He looks like the guy from Glee that killed himself.
Well, there you have it. So if you want to go see the Robbie Williams movie, now we've shown you the trailer. We've given them the honestly, probably more people are going to watch this show than that movie, so it might help them.
I take back my statement about the possible use of why they did the monkey. Because
Why?
because I was thinking maybe they did it like because he was
Like goofy
ugly.
looking.
No, yeah, because he was like weird looking and he was like self-conscious about that. But no, he's
No,
normal looking.
He was a 90s pop star. You didn't become a 90s pop star if you weren't conventionally attractive anywhere in the world. Okay, so we got another video here. This is a woman got arrested for allegedly stealing $2,500 worth of Stanley cups and was trying to give the police officer the business. You know the business. The I'm a single mom, please help me. Trying to play the sympathy card with him. And the cop was not having it. Go ahead. If you want to see some verbal justice issued out, check this video out right here.
So I was like, let me get this Alina.
It's terrible excuses. All right, but no, you're not going to use your phone anytime soon. So sit tight, enjoy the
Well, I got a newborn baby. I just need. Can you call him?
Let me tell you something right now. I am being a dick. I don't give a shit. Okay, you know how many lives you just put in danger out there? Myself, all these officers, all the citizens out there, and then you're worried about your little baby. You could have stayed home and taken care of him like a good mom.
I am.
Piece of shit.
I love to hear it. This is after she led officers on a high-speed chase through the highway. Did anyone notice she said she had a newborn baby at home that she wanted to go call? Is the baby... What are you going to tell the baby? That's my... What are you going to say to him? Is he going to come bail you out of jail? Hey, again, further proof. The lowest forms of life on this planet are single mothers. Okay. Let's go to the next one here. Roger Stone, the former Donald Trump. He's a political campaign strategist, Roger Stone. Brilliant campaign strategist, honestly. But Roger Stone is the source of some controversy after he randomly tweeted this. We've got the image of the tweet here. Go ahead and pull this up. Jen Psaki got that stank. Jen Psaki is the former White House communications director. And he tweeted this out for no reason at 2:36 in the morning. I want to know if he's right. Let me know in the comments on YouTube and Rumble. Do you think Jen Psaki's got that stank? I want to hear you. Okay, last one here. So we covered the OnlyFans model that slept with 100 men in 24 hours. Well, someone beat her. Not only did they beat her times 10. They slept with 1,000 men in 12 hours. 1,000. Yes, you heard that correctly. She slept with 1,000 men in 12 hours. I don't even know how it's possible. Don't want to think about how it's possible. But this girl, look at what she did. I mean, okay. I understand why people are watching her quote unquote content on these adult websites. I see what they think they get out of it. Why are they making these TikTok videos? Who is watching this? Who's consuming? I'm going to show you guys. It's not X-rated or anything. I'm going to show you guys a video that she posted to her TikTok, Twitter. It's just gone around on social media. Why are they posting this? We have let the line between average, everyday media content and degeneracy blur a little bit too much for my comfort. Go ahead and look at this video she posted where she goes into a Five Guys and just tries to prey on this kid who can't be older than 17, 18 years old working the cash register here.
I just wondered, I can't see it on the menu, but where do I get the Five Guys from? The Five Guys. I didn't know if there was like a special room where you can take me out back.
No, I don't think that's happening.
What about after your shift? I mean, I'd want to give you, a good rating.
I'm a Christian man and I'm saving myself marriage.
I'm asking for what's on the menu, that's all.
Genuinely, I feel like I'm doing it right now. I can hand you a menu if you want.
Are you on it?
No, I'm not.
Oh, that's a shame.
Could you imagine if a man did that? Mia, what would happen if a man walked in and said that to a fast food employee on camera for the clicks, right? For the clout? What do you think would happen to a man if he walked in and said that?
He would not get a good response.
He would be pepper sprayed, asked to leave the restaurant. Police would be called. He would be banned and barred from the restaurant. He would be trespassed, and he would probably go to jail. And rightfully so, because that is what we call, where I'm from, predatory behavior. So please stop enabling this garbage. Please stop enabling this garbage. This is the downfall of society. Okay, let's take a break from Store Brand CMZ. We'll be back in 2 seconds. We've got trending this week.